Hola from Spain. This is the second video today that I thought I would film outside because even though it's really chilly, it is really nice to be outside when you're doing your practice. And if you have decided to self-isolate, or if you are in lockdown at the moment, overseas in Australia, somewhere globally, then even though we can't go out, we can certainly go outside and get some fresh air and some sunshine. So thank you for joining me, and today's practice will be just a basic practice and standing practice. But before we begin, I thought it'd be really nice to tune into the body first and just do a 5-minute practice of awareness of body and breath, which is a really lovely meditation practice to help you to come back to the body, to help come away from the doing and from all the thinking, planning, remembering, worrying thoughts, and perhaps come more back to feeling and sensing in the body and taking some time away from the busyness of the mind. So if you have a moment now to find a comfortable standing position before we start our practice, just to tune in. You may choose to close down the eyes. If that's not comfortable for you today, you can keep your eyes open with a soft gaze, whatever's best for you. So you might be in your room, you might be outside. Perhaps you've chosen a place, a special place, a sacred space for you to practice each time you come back to the mat. Or from wherever you are, just anchoring down and noticing what it's like to be standing in the body. Bringing your awareness to the soles of the feet as they connect down into the earth. Notice what it's like to be in the body here now. Perhaps your arms are down by your side, or maybe your hands are clasped in front of the belly. There's no right or wrong here, just getting a sense of where you need to be in your body right now. And then as you become aware of the whole body standing here, noticing if there's a sensation of swaying through the body. Perhaps there's some sensations of tightness and holding or gripping through the shoulders, the jaw, the back of the neck, the arms, the lower back. Just seeing here if you can let the muscles ease and relax as best as you can, still keeping a certain amount of intention of holding so that you can stand with a tall and alert spine. Just gently, with curiosity and kindness, exploring any sensations in the body that are here for you now. Finding your anchor with your feet down on the ground, connecting to the earth, feeling that support beneath your feet. And if it's right for you, perhaps noticing now where the breath is moving throughout the body. So bringing your awareness and attention onto the breath. Perhaps you might notice the breath moving through the upper chest. The diaphragm. Or maybe you might notice a breath expanding the belly. Not needing to change the breath in any way here, but just simply noticing where the breath is being felt. And if it's not right for you to anchor onto the breath, simply coming back to the sensations in the body. Taking this time to explore with kindness, patience. And now gently opening your awareness out into the room that you're inhabiting, or the space that you're inhabiting. You might be outside or indoors, or just gently inquiring here as to what sounds are arising. Noticing those sounds that are near. Perhaps moving out towards the sounds that are further away. And then slowly coming back to that awareness of your body standing tall and straight, feet anchoring into the earth. And gently starting to move and stand your feet a little bit further apart now, letting your arms relax down by your side. And then slowly opening your eye gaze if your eyes were already closed. And from here, just lengthening your arms down by your side. And then come back to a stance that is comfortable for you. And take a nice big in-breath and draw the shoulders in and up around the ears. Feeling if there's any tightness or tension there, just noticing. And on your exhale, let the shoulders relax and release. And then another nice in-breath. And again, let the shoulders relax and release. And one more time. Let the shoulders relax and release. From here, we're going to take a slow reach up and let your right arm reach towards the sky. Whatever arm, doesn't have to be the right arm. And then slowly let the opposite arm reach behind your back and take a lean over. Just feeling that stretch, strengthening the bottom muscles, strengthening through the lower belly. Seeing if you can squeeze your muscles on to support you in your side bend here. And then from here, we're going to turn in towards the bend and take an exhale. And as you do so, allow the body to take a nice big swing down towards earth, bending the knees if you need less. Or if you feel okay, you can keep your legs strong and straight. And then slowly taking that circle all the way back up towards the sky, reaching. And then a slow lean over again towards that side. Feeling the stretch, noticing what it feels like, and then slowly taking that pendulum swing down towards the earth and coming back up again. Rising back up, reaching, and then one last time, reach over, stretch nice and gently, and then slowly taking that pendulum swing and feeling that full sensation in the mid-back and the lower back. Slowly coming back up to center, inhaling here, and then noticing here if you can, reaching that arm that it was extended down towards the back and seeing if you can meet the two arms at the back, and if they don't meet, just reaching for each other. There's no need to have to force. Feeling that stretch and then just pulling your right arm back to where it feels comfortable to start to notice where the tension is in the mid-back. Stretching out right from the elbow down into the armpit, really getting that nice sense of stretch. And holding here for 5 breaths. If you want a little bit more work, you can always bend into the knees and come into a small squat so that you start to work the upper thighs. feeling a little bit of heat and intensity, dropping down the shoulders over the hips and the hips over the knees, and just feeling that sense of heat forming in the legs. And on your last breath here, slowly rising back up, letting go of both arms back down to neutral and releasing that out. So taking some time to just very gently move that all out. And then going to the other side. So we're going to reach up, the opposite arm this time, reaching up nice and tall and straight, switching on the muscles through the thighs and feeling some intensity so that the muscles are active and they're strong. Your core is strong, so feel your belly switch on and just very gently feel like your bottom muscles are also activating. I'm going to take a slow reach over to the opposite side. Each side is different, so just noticing what it feels like, stopping and pausing here. Feeling the stretch. Right arm or left arm, depending which arm you started with, bows towards the back and then bowing into the pendulum. So allowing the body to slowly release back down to earth. Bending the knees if you need and coming all the way back up again. Reaching nice and tall and then stretching up and over. So feeling the stretch all the way from your little pinky down into the elbow, armpit. And take an exhale, turn in towards the pendulum, swinging back down to earth. And find your inhale if you wish to come back up. And one last time, reach. Bottom muscles, legs strong, core strong, lean. Lateral stretch, feeling the stretch all the way down the side. And then slowly taking your swing down towards earth. And coming back up, and as you come back up slowly again, allowing yourself to reach and then take the arm back down the line of the back, noticing the difference between left and right. There's always a lot of difference between the two. One side is tighter usually, and that's okay. So just working with what your body will allow you to do here, and then bending into the knees if you wish, taking that additional strength pose here. Feeling the stretch, left elbow or the elbow pulling back, feeling that stretch all the way from the joint of the elbow down into the armpit, feeling the leg switch on in your squat. Taking a few breaths here to be present, feeling maybe some heat in the legs, maybe some heat in through the arms. And then slowly letting that go. I'm going to keep the knees bent, and if the knees are straight, then come into a slow squat, placing both hands on the knees and walk your feet out a little bit further apart and letting the knees move out to a comfortable space. We're going to reach the arms up and come down into our squat. So holding this goddess pose or horse pose, whatever you call it, just reaching, and imagine you're holding on to a ball. And the ball is hot, so we're finding some heat. Now feeling like we're holding on to a big ball in between the legs and squeezing and holding. And see if you can hold here for a few more breaths, feeling the heat. And 2. And 1. Slowly letting the arms release and slowly coming back up. So maybe feeling a little bit of heat through the legs. And then bending back down again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. You might want to come a bit wider. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. And let's do this 4 more times. Inhale, reach. Come down deeper if you wish, as long as it's not risky, but feeling the heat in your legs. Inhale, reach. Strong and stable through those legs. And inhale, reach. Squat. And coming back. And 2 more times. Inhale, reach. And coming back. And your last time. Hold and pause, holding on to that imaginary ball, feeling like you're squeezing your inner thighs, holding onto your ball for a little bit of strength here. 4 more breaths, feeling it. And if you feel like you need to come out because it's risky, please do. And last one. Slowly walk the feet back at a comfortable space apart, and see if you can take your hands behind you as if you're swimming your arms behind you. Bend into the knees and then flick the arms up. Inhale and then exhale. Now we're imagining we're skiing through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, through. A little bit of heat through those legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come down deeper if you wish. Really squatting down, feeling the heat in the legs. 2 more times. Pulling through. And one last time. And then coming up slowly, hands into the center, drawing them back down through the center line of the body. And lifting your right tiptoes off the ground. So I'm going to take our right leg up. You can't see my foot completely. You see if you can take your right leg up for stability in this balanced pose. Taking the arms out to use them as a lever. If you wiggle, that's fine, that's good. It's your body just trying to work out where it needs to be in space. And then bend into your left knee if you can. And then lift up and take your right knee out. See how that feels for you. If you're coming out of it, don't worry. Just persist, keep coming back to it. Knee comes back in line, bend into that standing leg, and if there's any knee issues, perhaps just staying stable and strong, squeezing all the muscles on. Take the knee out, just listening to your body, and bend into the knee if it's available, coming back up again. Knee comes out, knee comes back to center. Bend into the knee if it's available, lifting up one more time. So perhaps feeling that heat now. And last time, bend into the knee and see if you can crisscross that leg over the top thigh. Now if that's not available, then you can just tap it down on the floor and you're just crisscrossing your toe over your ankle. So whatever's best for you today, bending into the knee, reaching the arms up and holding here. Holding here for 5, holding here for 4, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. I'm not bedazzling you with any yoga names or yoga name poses. We're just making shapes today and keeping it simple. So lifting that right leg up and see if you can extend that leg all the way out. If you can't, that's not a problem. Holding here for balance. So seeing if we can find strength and balance in this present moment. If you notice your balance is off today, tomorrow is a different day again. So every day is different. Don't worry. We're just working with it, being patient, being kind to the body. And now you'll probably start to really feel that leg. Let your leg come back down to earth and wiggle that out. I could feel it, so I know you're feeling it as well. All right, so coming back to center, we're going to try that on the opposite leg, and sometimes opposites can be a little bit more wiggly. So seeing how this side of your body is feeling today. We're going to anchor down into both feet again. Feet a little bit wider apart. Lean over to the opposite leg and lift up. So coming back to lifting. So finding balance with strength here again. So lifting wherever you can and noticing if you're a little bit wobbly today, just taking your time. If you fall out of the pose, come back whenever you're ready. And slowly moving that leg out. Bending if you can, lifting, and if it's not available to bend, remember taking care of yourself is a priority. Just taking what you need here, coming back to center. Take a breath. You can use your arms as a lever and anchor, or if you want a little bit more challenge, take your arms down by your side, or perhaps even the arms above the head. Taking the legs out, your choice. Seeing where you're at today. Bend into the knee if you can. If not, if it's risky, don't do it. Leave it out. Come back, tall and stable, standing. Let's do 3 more like this. Leg coming out. Bending into the knee. And lifting back up. And taking your leg back to center. So if you need to take the arms back down again because you're getting tired, just working out where they are needing to be here. Just giving you lots of options. Inhaling back to center. Bend the knee. Last time here. Leg out. Bend if you can. Inhale, lift. Leg back to center. And then from here, standing back fully and anchor down into the foot that's on the ground. Extend if you can the lever on that opposite leg. If it's too much, remember, take what you need. And then slowly from here, crisscrossing over. So as you cross over for crane pose, you can stay here. If you want to reach the arms up, you can. Feeling tall and strong. Breathing and noticing if your breath starts to become fast, then just taking it back down again, letting the breath be your anchor, or the body. 2 more breaths if you can. And inhale, slowly letting that go. So maybe you might feel a little bit of intensity through the legs. Take a little bit of a hinge forward, clasping the elbows and wiggling that out. So letting your body move forward, knees bent if you need, or if you know that it's in your practice to keep the legs straight, you can. Let the head fall forward and just do a nice little pendulum swing. A little pendulum swing just to see if you can release that tension in through the back of the legs. And then slowly coming back up again, winding back up 1 vertebra at a time and coming back. And as we come back, we're going to do a little bit more balancing. So I'm going to step back just a little bit more. Hopefully you can hear me okay. As we come back to standing, I'm going to take the arms out to our side for star pose. So I'm going to get you to see if you can hover the opposite leg off the ground. And as you hover, lean into star. So again, tall and strong, anchoring down into that standing leg, but really activate the bottom muscles here and the top thigh muscles. And take the arms out to the side, noticing how it feels here. Holding here for stability. If you fall out of it, that's okay. And then slowly taking your leg out to the back. And as you take it out to the back, leaning forward. And if it's right for you, moving forward into Warrior 3, standing stick, whatever you wish to call it. Balancing here if you can, letting your hips try and anchor so that you've really got a lot of strength through those bottom muscles, the front thigh muscles. If your standing leg needs to bend, then you can bend it. And then slowly coming back up again, up. See if you can take it out again to star. Have some fun with it. Enjoy. Don't take it too seriously. It's all part of the practice and the fun. And coming back to center. So again, seeing how you feel. Bending the knees, coming back to center, wiggling it out, and let's try the other side. Palms facing out, coming into star pose. Anchor down into the opposite leg this time and start to hover that leg off the ground. Find stability and pause. So come back if you need. Take your time, be patient. With your patience, find your breath. And then very slowly, if you can, start to anchor that leg all the way to the back body. Maybe leaning forward, maybe bending into the knee. And taking the eye gaze down towards the ground. Feeling that heaviness through the hips, so both hips feeling like they're anchoring, but really strengthening through those standing legs. Back leg is strong. And then slowly coming out of that pose back into star pose. All the way back. Coming back, reaching nice and tall. Arms out to the side. Legs strong. And then slowly returning back to your center. And wiggle and shake that out. Whatever you want to do, wiggle and shake. And then coming back again, just finishing off here with a little squat and then arms coming out in front. We're going to do a nice gentle eagle arm pose. So taking the arms and crisscrossing them. For some of us, we can only crisscross once, so that's not a problem. Our bones are all different. Our bodies are different. So for me, I can crisscross twice, but for you today, it might just be the one. Letting your shoulders really move away as much as you can so that they're not tight and tense, but allowing them to soften around the neck region as best as you can. And then really just noticing what that feels like here across the shoulders, across the width of the shoulders. holding this eagle pose. And for those of us that know the eagle pose in its full practice, we can lift the right leg, and if you want to join me here, you're very welcome to, and crisscross over. So taking the seat in eagle pose. It might be one bind, it might be two, or you might just choose to stay and stand with eagle arms only today. Holding here, and let's take some time to breathe and find our balance. Coming back to the body, noticing, yes, the heat, yes, the strength in the legs, yes, the discomfort. Can we be with it just for that little bit longer, as long as it's not risky? And then slowly coming out. As we come out, uncross the leg, step down into both feet, anchoring into the earth, and releasing the arms, relaxing the arms. Let's go to the other side. So we're going to crisscross the opposite arm over this time. Once or twice, remembering you don't have to have super arms here, just whatever works for your body today. Staying here, option 1. Being with the sensations that are being produced from this bind. Otherwise, option 2, lifting that leg, opposite leg off the ground, crisscrossing it over. And option 3 is to come into the full eagle pose bind. So anchor down into your feet. Find your breath for balance and stability. And pause here. And very slowly come out of the pose, standing again, releasing your leg if it was bound, and allowing the arms to soften gently down by your side again. So we're just going to take a little bit of rotation through the shoulders to ease them. A little bit of a bend into the knees. And if you like, folding forward and allowing yourself to hang that out. Take 5 breaths here to anchor down to the earth, get a little bit of earth energy happening. And then slowly, 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 like a ragdoll, letting the head really hang forward. Just listening to the sound of my voice. Coming up very gently, stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Allowing yourself to come back to your center as you started, as you begun. And standing back into both feet firmly anchoring onto the earth. Taking your hands either by your side, or perhaps you want to take your hands on your belly and your heart, wherever's most comfortable, and finishing off this practice with some conscious awareness of breath and body again. Closing your eyes down if that's right for you. Feeling the warmth in your body, the movement that you've created today, the heat that you've created in your body. Shaking off and releasing any excess nervous energy. Being grateful for giving yourself this time to come back home to the body and nurturing the body. Stopping in the middle of your day to give yourself this time for healing. Become aware and awake to the whole body as it is here in this very moment, noticing any sensations, the air moving around the body, or perhaps the warmth in the fingers and the hands. Noticing the feet, the firm contact to the earth beneath you. if it's right for you, gently bringing your attention and awareness back onto the breath. Just simply noticing the sound of the breath as it inhales and exhales out of the body. Perhaps there's no sound, or perhaps there's a soft, gentle hasa sound. Just noticing. And as we bring this practice to a close, stay as you are for as long as you like with your eyes closed. Take your time to slowly come back into the room or to the space that you're inhabiting. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure, and here live from Spain in lockdown, and sending you all lots of love, hugs and safety and wellness. We'll see you next time. If you have any requests for any particular classes, be it strength, Pilates, yin yoga, flow yoga, then please subscribe and send me a message, or send me a message to my email address. A lot of you might have that already. It's synergyyogapilates@gmail.com. Bye for now.